how sad it is when a husband leaves his wife, or a wife leaves her husband. How tragic it is when there is unfaithfulness in the marriage. But let me ask you this. Wives, how would you feel if your husband left you for another, but you found out it wasn't another woman? Well, it was kind of a woman. Actually, what it was a mannequin. You know what a mannequin is? That they dress them in the stores. Your husband left you for a mannequin. What? You demand an explanation. Well, I saw her down at the department store, and she's very pretty. She looks good at night and in the morning. She never nags me. She's always smiling. She goes with me anywhere I want to go, anytime I want to go there. She goes to the restaurant that I choose. She never complains. I'm in love with the mannequin. You would think my husband has flipped his lid. Is it any stranger when we leave the true God for a false God, and especially a graven image? I actually read an article in the paper the other day about a woman that was busted for driving in a carpool lane with a mannequin, and the officer pulled her over. And as it turns out, she had dressed this mannequin up with a brunette wig, makeup. She had very stylish clothing and so forth. And so the officer, knowing what was going on, said, "Ma'am, I'm going to need to see your license and registration, and I want to see her ID as well." The woman was not amused, the article said, and she said to the officer she saw no problem with her dummy since everyone else is doing it. Really? Are a lot of people driving around with dummies? Well, maybe they are. I guess it comes down to your definition of a dummy. But I'll tell you one thing. There's a lot of people worshiping dummies, if you will, or at least a dumbed down version of God. Listen, the first commandment has to do with worshiping the right God. We must reject every false god in order to worship the true God, who is the only God. But the second commandment has to do with worshiping the right God in the right way. We must worship him the way he wants us to worship him, not with a man-made idol, because how we worship matters as much as whom we worship.